Alright. Yeah, you are reading that right. This is probably first time I've done this type of what if. I'll check later on. Hello everybody, this is Duckle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and today we are doing something a little bit new. Well, probably not new, but like I said, I don't really remember. My nose. Today we are doing what if Deku had the Tyrannosaurus Rex quirk, or fancy T-Rex. Yeah, you heard me right, the T-Rex. Now, you're probably going to be wondering, Dylan, there's a lot of versions of the T-Rex. Which one is Izuku going to be? Well, luckily, we have a video. Well, somewhat of a video. You can't see it, but I can. From Gogyo Center? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it says Gogyo to Center, so if you recognize the sound, then, you know, have fun.
Can nature produce something even more terrifying than fiction? Tyrannosaurus Rex has been a cinematic icon of terror for millions, but might the real-life creature surpass InGen's creation? The T-Rex in the Jurassic franchise was largely accurate to the current understanding of the creature in the 1990s. However, 30 years of new discoveries and research have changed the story of the most powerful predator North America has ever seen. In this episode, we will highlight some of the differences between the Tyrannosaurus of Jurassic Park and of the Cretaceous to identify 6 ways the real Tyrant Lizard King was more dangerous than was conceived in the mind of Michael Crichton. And stick around for a surprise bonus segment where we shake up the formula on the film franchise.
Though we won't listen to the last part, we just need the rest.
Number 1, agility. Was Rexy, for example, more agile than the real T-Rex? Figuring out how dinosaurs could move has largely only been something testable in the last few decades, and the last few years have shown the assumption of Tyrannosaurus being speedy but slow to turn was dead wrong. In the Jurassic series, Tyrannosaurs are quick on their feet in thrilling scenes like the infamous car chase, but they are regularly outflanked. Raptors, humans, and even other giant carnivores have regularly been capable of getting around T-Rex, dodging their attacks, and in the latter case, toppling the tyrant reptiles. But contrary to the idea that big creatures are sluggish animals, the real tyrant reptiles were not reckless bruisers as once thought. Cutting-edge research such as a paper from 2019 found that the hip design in Tyrannosaurs especially were very well suited for quick turns and repositioning. Thanks to having evolved from small, nimble-footed predators having to navigate dense forests and uneven terrain, even the largest Tyrannosaurus would be extremely agile for an animal its size, scoring over twice as high as other big predators with even less mass to move around. Agility is not the same thing as running speed, and a fully grown T-Rex would be significantly slower than the car-chasing menace from the movies, but reality gives another workaround. Juvenile and sub-adult Rexes grew faster in height and length than they did in weight, spending over a decade as still large but extremely fast and agile pursued predators that could keep pace with a racehorse. These growing tyrants could carve out niches all to themselves, pursuing quicker prey than their parents, and a human would be a near-ideal meal for a growing T-Rex. That part from the end of The Lost World, the baby might have been even more predatory at an opportunity like that. Coincidentally, this kind of behavior fits a portion from the Michael Crichton novel not adapted into the film. The novel featured 2 Tyrannosaurus, an adult and a juvenile. The adult, not for lack of trying, actually doesn't kill anyone in the whole book, whereas the juvenile T-Rex rips a man limb from limb. Number 2, eyesight. Exactly what is going on with the eyesight of the Tyrannosaurus in the Jurassic Park franchise has been debated for decades, often with contradictory information. Several scenes imply the InGen Rexes are capable of seeing stationary objects as food. Others show it cannot, or at the very least cannot without the help of other senses like smell. So, we are instead going to look at the original intention by the makers of the series. In both the original film and the original novel, the InGen Tyrannosaurus cannot see things that are not moving. In the movie, it is treated as an actual paleontological hypothesis, whereas the book implies it was a side effect of the frog DNA splicing. In the real world, however, this was never a seriously considered hypothesis, and the last decades have shown a wealth of information that Tyrannosaurus might well have had some of the best vision of any land animal to ever exist. Modern relatives like crocodiles and birds are sight-based predators, using focused fields of vision to both track prey and gauge their strikes. This means their eyes also have to be attuned to rapid movement and focusing. One adaptation that helps with this is both eyes accustomed to light sensitivity, but also highly developed fovea, small depressions inside the back wall of the eye that sharpen focus. Most animals have it, but in birds and crocodilians, the fovea is very developed to both help them strike at a target in ambush from close distance and track the movement of a target from afar. It's likely Tyrannosaurus had the same adaptation. A 2006 study followed up on in 2011 indicated Tyrannosaurus had a visual acuity comparable, if not surpassing, eagles, with a binocular range of depth perception over 55 degrees. This granted T-Rex the ability to both focus in on close-up objects and see nearly over 3 times further than a human can. While designing the Tyrannosaurus for the films, the eyes were kept partially facing forwards, but not to the same degree, and with the snout being broadened compared to the real-life animal. This might explain some of the problems with the vision, as it would give the InGen animals less binocular vision and potentially a blind spot due to the thick snout. A real Tyrannosaurus could certainly see you when you were moving, and more likely than not would see you long before you saw them, morning, noon, or night. Number 3, size. Size does matter, and you would think that the filmmakers who created oversized Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, and Raptors for the film would have done the same with the T-Rex. Whilst the adult Tyrannosaurus in the films do vary in size, they generally are longer and taller than most recorded specimens, especially if we go off individuals like Big Edie and Rexy by the end of her tenure. However, if viewed from the front and checking the weight, one disparity becomes very obvious. InGen cooked up a bunch of lightweights. For the original film and all subsequent incarnations, the filmmakers modeled their T-Rexes after the most famous specimen at the American Natural History Museum. In the 1980s, this was the standard T-Rex for media and one of the largest, well-studied specimens at the time. The first trilogy's T-Rex being about 37 to 40 feet long and 6 to 7 tons was very close to accurate for the time. Since then, however, more material and more studies of even larger specimens like Sue and Scotty have shown that an adult T-Rex had the potential to become substantially more massive. New techniques like volumetric modeling, which can more accurately account for mass of things like soft tissue, have demonstrated some of the larger known Tyrannosaurus had the potential to nearly double some of the initial weights given early on in the franchise. Even at the largest we saw her, Rexy, by the time of the final movie, was usually given a weight between 8 to 9 tons, several tons lighter than the larger estimates for the current bigger, well-studied specimens. And while the true maximum size for Tyrannosaurus is unknown, it is likely some lucky individuals got even larger. More mass would equate to superior durability and muscle force, meaning a real-life Tyrannosaurus would be substantially harder to topple or wrestle down in a confrontation against a rival of similar size, something the film Tyrannosaurs have a hard time with. Number 4, silence. Later in this video, you'll find out why this section is important. The T-Rex in the film franchise do have one consistency. They are rarely quiet. This certainly makes for more dramatic cinema with the iconic footstep and thundering roar, but in terms of hunting and moving about with stealth, this causes huge problems. Tying in with the prior debate on the vision, it can be speculated that if InGen T-Rexes have an easier time seeing a moving target, one reason they might roar constantly is to scare a stationary prey item into running so it can see them better, such as this infamous moment from the third movie. There are a few times the InGen animals are able to sneak around, but many of these are when the Tyrannosaurus isn't actively hunting, such as the sequence from Dominion of Rexy searching out a dead deer, or in The Lost World when the buck and doe Tyrannosaurus snuck up on the hunter camp investigating the smell of their infant. In almost every other instance, however, they stopped to roar before charging, like here in the beginning of Fallen Kingdom. The real T-Rex was not only much more stealthy, but furthermore, this thing would be silent virtually all of the time. Large footprints likely belonging to Tyrannosaurus Rex have been discovered and show the species had extensive soft tissue padding on the bottom of its feet, similar to animals such as elephants and tigers, both of which can be deceptively quiet even when not actively trying to be. The dense tissue would muffle the footsteps even over debris on the forest floor. Studies on the cochlea, a portion of the inner ear, also indicate Tyrannosaurus was very perceptive to low-frequency noises. Because large animals often produce low-frequency calls, it's likely Tyrannosaurus would be capable of vocalizing in a way a human couldn't even hear clearly, much like elephants. But this isn't to say it wasn't capable of roaring. Large birds and crocodilians are able to put out loud bellows and roars of their own. It's just that it would only do so when the situation called for it. If Hammond had stalked Isla Nublar with Sue, there wouldn't be any forewarning when she was coming. Number 5, bite effectiveness. Official stats for the Jurassic Park franchise do list the near legendary bite force Tyrannosaurus Rex had, but this comes off more as an attribute we are informed of rather than a feat shown on screen. Nearly every single time an adult Tyrannosaurus bites down on a large animal, even a throat bite, it is jostled off, doesn't rend flesh or crush bone, and typically fails to do much damage. This does make for a more dynamic back and forth confrontation against other giant predators on screen, but something seems lacking. It just so happens a design choice for the Tyrannosaurus's film appearance might actually explain this. Dr. Robert Baker, one of the paleontologists who was consulted by ILM when designing the Tyrannosaurus for her big screen debut, noted that the designers did make use of most references he and his colleagues provided to make the T-Rex for the film as accurate to understanding at the time as possible, with one big exception: the teeth. Tyrannosaurus has very distinctive teeth amongst its own family, serrated, slightly recurved, and thick as railroad spikes. These were optimally built for transferring immense bite forces into a target. Even if the Tyrannosaurus was forced to pull away, if it bit down on the limb or neck of a target, it would almost assuredly split bone and rend flesh before they could free themselves. Thinner teeth would not transfer these forces as efficiently, nor be able to secure as good of a hold. Not a problem for large carnosaurs like Giganotosaurus, which had a respectable bite force of their own, and teeth more optimized for shredding softer tissues. T-Rex is a different issue though. But because thinner, more knife-like teeth were thought to look scarier on screen, that's exactly what the designers went with. And because Tyrannosaurus relied on securing a good hold to apply the full crushing force of its bite, this means even if the film Tyrannosaurus could bite down as hard as a real-life one of the same weight, it would have a much harder time hanging on and applying that force as effectively. Number 6, temperament. This might sound like a strange category, but consider what happens virtually every single time a Tyrannosaurus encounters another large dinosaur in the franchise. The Spino in JP3, the Indominus in Jurassic World, and the Giga in Dominion and Prologue. The moment the Tyrannosaurus encountered them, the Rex became aggressive and started a fight. They lost. The only times a T-Rex has won a fight in the franchise against another big carnivore often involved lots of outside complicating factors, like the multi-dino melee and control chip situation in Camp Cretaceous, or the Therizinosaurus and chance luck snagging Rexy the win in Dominion. They certainly can win battles, but most of the time they rush in and it doesn't end well for them. This aggression towards other large animals also appears to be nearly exclusive to Tyrannosaurus. The Dino Tracker website and other media found around the time of Dominion even lists Tyrannosaurus as extremely aggressive, much more so than other large carnivores like Giganotosaurus. The moment they see a potential rival, they rush in and start attacking, managing to land a few hits before getting overpowered. The real Tyrannosaurus absolutely did fight other dinosaurs, including a menagerie of formidable herbivores and its own kind. The most notable set of evidence supporting this is the following. Healed wounds on the face and body of multiple Tyrannosaurus specimens show clear signs of battle scars earned fighting the most dangerous predator in their time. However, even if Tyrannosaurus was territorial towards outsiders, many of these wounds show signs of healing. A testament not only to the resilience of this apex predator, but also indicators that the fights were not necessarily reckless death brawls. The loser knew when to back off, and the winner knew not to be heedless. When you consider how many dangerous herbivores they would have to go up against the next time they got hungry and had to hunt, it makes sense to be careful and not rack up unnecessary wounds. With this kind of competition, by the time a Tyrannosaurus reached adulthood, they would have accumulated a wealth of experience telling them when to be careful and when to be aggressive. Fatalities certainly did happen from time to time, but this, coupled with Tyrannosaurus having intelligence at least on par with many modern predators, indicates they were capable of knowing when to pick their fights. Consider that a real-life Tyrannosaurus took at least 2 decades to reach adult sizes, whereas the InGen versions had accelerated growth rates, putting them at near adult size within a fraction of that time. Development and experience would be 2 completely different ballgames. Strategy, experience, and a moderated aggression are all things that nature's design cultivated better than InGen's. Bonus section. Now that we've covered some of the differences, let's consider some of the major changes that would have happened in the film franchise if we replaced the cinematic incarnation with a real-life Tyrannosaurus. Because they are one of the best studied and complete specimens known, we will be using the Sue specimen, giving us a T-Rex who is roughly 40 feet long, 12.5 feet tall at the hips, and potentially breaking the scales at more than 10.5 tons. 1. The car chase. One would think a slower Tyrannosaurus would make this seem safer. Unfortunately, not so much. With no booming footfalls to wake up Dr. Malcolm, he would have a much harder time noticing Sue returning and wouldn't be calling out to the others. The Tyrannosaurus, curious and hungry, would sneak back to the paddock area and have a nice meal. Dr. Malcolm is grabbed and pulverized by the time the car even gets started up. And if Sue is still hungry, Dr. Sattler and Muldoon might find themselves in a dire situation. 2. Raptor versus Rex. With better eyesight and agility, Sue would have noticed the other raptor in the room a lot quicker. The big one likely wouldn't get the chance to pounce upon the Tyrannosaur back, as she is grabbed and instantly crushed in gory display. With the full force of the jaws smashing down onto her body, the raptor's internal and potentially externals pop like a balloon. This would probably be a good chance for the humans to run. 3. Spino versus T-Rex. Flashing forward to Jurassic Park 3, an accurate Tyrannosaurus would be a lot more cautious upon confronting an irate Spinosaurus. Interviews with the director of Camp Cretaceous note that the Spinosaurus has an extremely thick and resilient hide, possibly explaining why it's so easily shrugged off the bite from the Tyrannosaurus in the film. With the Spinosaurus up against a more experienced combatant, however, it quickly runs up against a wall. Sheer bulk. Even though the Spinosaurus is taller and longer, it is several tons lighter than the more stable and much more massive Sue. A more careful combatant, the Tyrannosaurus baits an attack and counters with surprising agility, biting down on the arms or neck of the sail-backed bruiser. Stockier teeth work in tandem with a monstrous bite force. Even that hide can only blunt so much force, especially because the Tyrannosaurus would be much harder to throw off thanks to a massive weight advantage and a firmer hold. Bones fracture and blood vessels explode, and the Spinosaurus would be wise to retreat. 4. Main Street Fight. When confronted with the Indominus Rex, one of 2 things might happen. The less likely but still possible outcome is that the hybrid attempts to communicate with the T-Rex like she had the raptors, given she does have some of the same genetic framework. However, with how aggressive and wounded the hybrid was at this point anyways, the fight would still happen, but with a different aggressor. Being faster and taller, the Indominus would manage to land multiple claw wounds on the Tyrannosaurus, but the stocky frame and robust gastralia and ribcage blunt the damage. Countering, the T-Rex would employ their enhanced agility and greater mass to avoid getting toppled and throw their full weight into the hybrid. Considering the Indominus was knocked around repeatedly by a Rexy almost half this Tyrannosaurus's mass, the hybrid is not keeping their footing. Likely targeting the hybrid's weapons, Sue bites down hard on the first limb in grabbing range. With so much force and jaws that are not letting go, the arm is instantly shattered, if not torn off. This fight won't end as quickly as it did in Jurassic World. 5. Fallen Kingdom Prologue. Considering how much this unlucky individual didn't even notice Rexy sneaking up on him, and he's now dealing with a Tyrannosaurus who's much quieter and can see much better even in the rain, his chances of making it off the island alive sunk before the marine reptile even got involved. Instead of stopping to roar and giving him a chance to run, the hungry Sue would already be bearing down on him like a silent stalker from a slasher movie. This unlucky bastard is very, very dead. 6. Giga versus T-Rex. Moving ahead to the final confrontations, the first interaction between the two we see on screen in the Biosyn Sanctuary might not even escalate to a full-on fight. Considering that the Giga was much less aggressive than the InGen T-Rex, the confrontation might change into just a brief struggle and the two mutually deciding to avoid each other. If the second battle at the courtyard does still happen, the odds might be quite different, and the Giga would have a much messier battle on its hands. The Carnosaur would be longer and taller for better reach, but would have substantially less stability, much less agility, and now the weight advantage would be reversed. Depending on which of the official stats are used, a large real-life Tyrannosaurus might be several tons heavier than the Biosyn Apex Predator. A brawl between the two that escalated would be an awesome sight to see, but one critical difference might swing the odds. In the battle against Rexy, the Giga often leveraged its greater weight and mass to swing her around once the Tyrannosaurus failed to grab on and counter. Against a much more stable, more agile, and much heavier Sue, this wouldn't work. If Sue got the same moment Rexy did when she managed to bite down on the Giga's face, the more robust teeth and stockier frame of the real Tyrannosaurus would have inflicted a messy wound and likely resulted in the Giga instead getting thrown around. The Carnosaur knows what's good for it. It will run. Fatal or not, the true king of the tyrant reptiles would reign over the valley.
Alright, I know I said I wouldn't really let the rest watch, but I decided, you know what, this thing's more educational, I'll allow it. Especially since it would make more sense. So, yeah. You pretty much got Izuku Midoriya's entire quirk, really. If you were expecting something else, like for example, something special, but no. This is one of them. This is the thing you all were getting. This is all what you were discovering. This is what you get. So get the fuck over it. Besides, I say I did pretty good. But it may not be the best, but certainly not the worst. So oh, yeah, let's get to it. Yeah. Now, since pretty much this happened, you can imagine what happens. Anyway, let's get to part. Alright. Doesn't help that I spilled coffee everywhere. Son of a bitch. Luckily I grabbed a towel and cleaned it up. Oh, my damn controller. That would have sucked. Anyway. here's where this shit gets down. We start off with Izuku Midoriya pretty much being, I'm gonna say on a cruise ship. Makes sense? His family is rich, obviously. Inko Midoriya owns a company. No, not Jurassic World. Don't even get that out of your head. That ain't happening. And I ain't adding no Indominus Rex ship and all that, no. No, especially since Rexy was a fucking female. You know, and Izuku in this one is obviously a male. So, get that out of your head. Okay. Midoriya has pretty much lived a fine life. Known the finest wine for a 15-year-old. Known the finest pussy. The reason I'm saying that is because I don't get paid on YouTube, so fuck y'all. And known to keep away from stuff. So pretty much, yeah, he's pretty much lived the life of a fucking... What's the nice word of saying it? Oh wait, there is no nice word. A spoiled little brat who didn't even have to do his own laundry. Until now. His cruise ship was sailing to an unknown location. And he was sailing directly to where he's at. Until a storm hit and pretty much killed everyone except himself. Now Izuku didn't know he had a quirk yet, because he didn't need to know what a quirk was. Now, how Midoriya actually discovers it is out of pure desperation. Because he was drowning. He couldn't swim, so he had to think hard. And last thing he remembers, there's his quirk activating. And he didn't know he had a quirk. He actually thought he was quirkless. That's how much he had doubt of himself being quirked. Until that day happened, when he finally got his quirk. And once his quirk activated, he was surprised. Then he decided to move forward. So, that's what happened. Midoriya discovered his quirk, damn near drowning by it. Once Midoriya wakes up, he sees his reflection in the water. And sees now he looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Which surprises him. He was expecting him to have his father's quirk, which was, fire, breath, or Inko's, which is telekinesis. Nope. He has the ability to turn into a giant dinosaur. But once he got near, he sees his parents dead. Realization kicks in that he's the only one surviving, and he does what he does best when he's a kid. He fucking cries. He's fucking 15. He doesn't know better. Actually, you know what? No. Let's make things a little bit more fair. Being 15 would be a little bit much, and wouldn't really make sense. Let's make him, let's say 8. Yeah, 8 years old. Oh, I'm already going to hear the comments saying, wait, why 8 years old? So the trauma should be better. There. And he have a more realization of the world that sucks, so I say that's fair. There. And before you all ask, no, I'm not going to do a Fallout 4D and what if. I did those. I literally did. And I did a New Vegas one literally that time. I'm not doing a 76 one because there's no point. Literally, you literally seen all the Fallout what ifs. Sure, none of them were great. Sure, none of them followed the main mission of certain Fallout games because he was never that much of a vault dweller. As for the Fallout 3, you're not going to get another one. Unless, as I am really, really bored and desperate of something else to think of, like I did with the Bane what ifs, but that wasn't really desperation. That was more of just, you know what, let's add a little bit more legacy to Bane because he didn't really get that much credit. And before you all ask, no, I won't do another Bane what if, not until probably next year or something. I'm not gonna do a Bane one yet. But I'm gonna give Bane a little bit more of a vacation since he was added to a lot of them. I might do another Friday. I might do other things like another Predator. I got an idea for a Predator one. Or a Yocha is what they're called, if I remember correctly. I had to relook on the creature's name. I literally don't pay attention to them because their names are always a pain in the ass to say. And don't even try to act innocent, you all. You know I'm telling the truth. These creatures' names are a bitch. So don't even try to act all innocent saying they're not. You're not gonna fool me. Anyway, let's get to it. It's been 30 minutes already. Not surprising since I allowed the full video to show when I was cleaning the fucking coffee off of my bed and off of my shirt. Oh well. Now, here's another thing about Midoriya. Yeah, you should know. Midoriya, he's now, due to the ship accident, he's technically half blind on his... Well, actually, he's fully blind on his left eye. Now, because when Midoriya looks closer, he realizes there's a shard of glass that completely hit his eye. Now, realizing that, the pain kicked in. And, not surprisingly, he screams loudly. And he does the reckless thing and pulls it out. And his hands are bleeding from that. So, yeah. Now, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to do like, oh, he went to explore and all that. No. He actually, for the past month, stick to eating what's left of certain food that was left in the ship because his family was spoiling him with treats and all that, but he realized all this shit will expire anyway because, literally, he realized quickly that they were poisoned. They took him not to get killed, not to raise him, but to kill him. He realized that quickly, like, when he smelled it. Now, his T-Rex senses are now kicking in. And he's now more like a T-Rex. Normally, he would throw a temper tantrum realizing this is going to happen, but for some reason, he feels nothing. Like, for some reason, deep down, he knew this was going to happen. So he tries to concentrate more on transforming to the T-Rex. And he thinks of calm thoughts and thinks of something that would be important. And so that's what he does. He transforms into a T-Rex. And you already heard, and in case you're wondering what color his look is, like what's his look on the T-Rex, he's around, I'm gonna say, looks a lot similar to your typical everyday, no, not everyday, but he has the skin color similar to a Komodo dragon. There you go. Now, Midoriya moves on, continues looking around the forest in his form, and sees multiple animals that he can eat. Now, here's what he knows. He doesn't know how to cook them, but he does know a little bit about T-Rexes, so he knows he could probably eat them raw. So, with his flight padding, he was expecting to have to do that Jurassic Park roaring thing just to get the animals' attention, but he didn't have to because he realized he's stealthy. So he uses his new powers for stealth. And literally catches, I'm going to say, a boar, and just snaps its neck instantly. Well, actually, not to snap its neck, it pops like a balloon. Oh, you heard of the bite force of a fucking T-Rex, as it is nasty. So he pretty much eats the meal. Walks forward and gets ready for the new life. At least for now. That would be a good 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 7 years. 7 years has passed since that whole incident with the island. We now get to a couple of islands, a couple of people on a boat. Now this is just some fishing crew. And the fishing crew noticed something, and these are American fishers. They're in American water. The American has noticed this big fucking beast that's now eating a great white. This is when you hear him say, "Hey! Hey! Joseph! Get your white ass up!" "What? Can I get some sleep? We've been out here for hours." "Get your white ass up!" Look! It's an island. Look what's on the island! Oh my god, is that a T-Rex? Hell, no! It's a fucking Komodo! Yes, it's a fucking T-Rex! Get a camera! We don't have a camera. Well, call someone! Wait, look. Let's see that Midoriya transforms into his human form. Oh my god, it's a kid with a quirk! What should we do? What do you mean, what should we do? Get the boat over there, you dumbass! On it! Don't have to be so rude about it. I'm not being rude. I'm trying to think. And so he does. And after they're getting the boat there and getting to Midoriya was a little hostile at first, but he realized he's a human, so he doesn't really eat them. He gets on their boat, they give him something like hot cocoa or coffee or something that he drinks, and he drinks it while it's still hot. Damn, boy! When's the last time you had that shit? This is my first time actually having a cup of coffee. Well, damn, well, I hope you enjoy it. Do you even taste it? No offense? Nah, I'm fine. I can barely feel stuff in my tongue now. Who are you two? I'm Tom, that's Joseph. Joseph has a water quirk. I have a solar quirk. Perfect for fishing. Pretty much. Huh. Talk about a coincidence on that part. But what brings you? Why did you come here? We're shark hunters. We pretty much make sure that the ecosystem is not overflowing with sharks or any of that. You know, normal. Isn't that illegal in certain countries? Well, yeah, but the great white shark population was staggering uncontrollably, so we mostly take care of them. You got a shark? How the hell are you still hungry? You took me before I could even eat. I just got done killing that shark. Oh. I could eat meat raw. Sure, was that your quirk? You transforming into a T-Rex? Tyrannosaurus, but yeah. I'm sorry, Ray, this is the first time I'm talking to people in 7 years. What's your name? Izuku Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. That name rings a bell. But, Tom, it should. It's the same, it's the company that is owned. It literally runs everything in America and Tokyo. Really? Yeah, they own literally oil plants, and they even own some of the hero schools. However, people say they mysteriously disappeared. That's half true. How's come? What really happened was a storm. Killed everyone. They all died from drowning. I was a lucky one. Well, if you're counting having a piece of glass gouged in your eye. Damn. How did I not get infected? Apparently, as long as I was in my Tyrannosaurus form, I didn't have to worry about that stuff. Really? Yeah. Apparently, it wouldn't affect me in a sensible way, I guess. Like, it wouldn't hurt. Like, it healed betterly when I was in my form. That actually kind of makes sense. Yeah, that actually makes sense. It does? Yeah. I mean, T-Rex is known to have the fucking durability of a fucking tank, pretty much, to hero society. I wonder how many heroes would disagree. Not many are picky. What do you mean? What's going on around that country? We don't know. We haven't been there in years. Yeah, but we still know the way. We still know the location like the back of our head, so you don't have to worry about that. I hear a bud coming, though. What's the catch? We're gonna have to drop off some of the shark food. I mean, some of the shark stuff. Since, well, what do you use shark for? Mostly jerky. Any good? Try some. He gives him some shark jerky. Thanks. And he eats it. Less salt, and it'll be good. Alright then, let's get going, shall we? Yeah. They start going to Tokyo. Do you have any relatives there? All my relatives were on the boat. The only one I know is that little brat is now that fucking spoiled brat. That sister of mine and brother, Izuku and Izumi. They probably drinking some fine wine and probably having some pussy or cock by now. Oh damn, he has doubted this family even had loyalty. I mean, the reputation is not the best, no offense. None taken. Hey, I know this will sound weird, but mind if I live with you two? Sure. I mean, that's up to you, man. Yeah, we're not gonna disagree, but shouldn't you go with your siblings? Nah. They probably forgot I even existed, so no. As we go, when we get there, as they go and they end up there at Tokyo. Or Japan, I'm gonna say Japan. And they get there and pretty much, this is when they say, should we report him being founded? No. How come? Simple. Well, my family wanted me dead. That poisoned the food I was gonna eat. Apparently, as soon as they find out I'm alive, they'll just try to kill me again. That's how politics work. You'll just end up dead. Yeah, like the fucking Warhammer woke community is gonna be after pissing off all that Warhammer fans. Anyway, let's just get to our home. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since we got back. Yeah. Anyway, hey, we get going, and this is when we get there. Here we are. Home sweet home. Midoriya sees a dump. The roof is leaking. The roof is somewhat leaking. I think the food is obviously not good. Good, like last time, and there's not that much thing on good stuff, so yeah. Well, it's better than nothing. Yeah, ain't that the truth? We don't got much, we got fine living, but it's paradise. You got anything? Any beds? We had one, that's Tommy's room. Tommy? Yeah, right there, Tommy's room. Oh. Better than nothing. Hey, that's true, better than nothing. Anyway, make yourself at home. Anything Midoriya does, he pretty much just sleeps on a bed, which he hasn't slept on in 7 years. Gotten so used to sleeping on leaves or in his T-Rex form. He immediately dozes off just by sleeping on it. And he's enjoying every second of this peaceful sleep. Morning rises. Morning, sleepyhead. Hey. Just in time, too. I'm making breakfast. What you making? Good, if you don't mind me asking. Oh, I don't mind you asking. I'm making pancakes. Bacon, sausage, fish, all the good stuff. Of all the things that a body would want. Thanks. I can't remember the last time I had dough. Well, today you're gonna have some pancakes. Freshly bought. I see. Well, that's good to know. Thanks. No problem. After the pancakes are made, there you go. Freshly baked pancakes. And then they get going. Anyway, why don't you join a hero society? No, thank you. Really? Not interested in showing the world your quirk? Why? So I could be toxified by fame and lies. I was thinking you actually be a hero. Not many heroes around. Mostly they're just corrupt politics. Isn't that a normal thing? Yeah, but ever since the fucking LOV came around, or the SCP, like in the thing. No, they call themselves Secret Clown Pussy. What? Yeah, that's what they call themselves, Secret Clown Pussy. Good lord. If you know that reference, say his original thing. You know what it means. Anyway. Anyway, this is when Midoriya walks in and pretty much this is when Midoriya pretty much walks with them, goes to the dock. Damn it, this is when they see him having trouble. Damn it, this damn thing! What do we catch? I don't know, I can't get it! You want me to take a look? Sure! He transforms to his T-Rex and starts looking in. He roars, he bellows, which scares the fuck out of them. Can't you not speak English or anything? He transforms back. Sorry. You got nothing. The hook is stuck in a log. Oh, fuck me. Don't worry, I got it. You are able to get it? I had to hold my breath a lot of times just to get some clownfish. Do they taste any good? What? Not without... I wouldn't eat them in my human form. Well, no shit. Got it. Thanks. Aren't you worried about people seeing your form? Let them do it. I'm not joining any hero society. Unless I have to. Do I have to? Be helping with the bills. Don't bills. Everyone thinks that we have the peaceful job, but we don't even get paid that well. Hell. Oh, since fish have been dying down ever since that Bakugo's corporation, we're penniless. Very well. I will join one. I know it's a lot to ask. No, it's fine. It's my way of repaying you for giving me off that island. And this is when Midoriya goes in. once he gets in, this is when Midoriya pretty much sees the old stuff. The old UA Academy. Huh. Definitely have seen better days. That's for sure. Time to go in. He goes in. And this is when they see Nezu. Oh, hello there. Yeah, hello. Is this UA Academy? Yes, it is. It is. Are you recruiting? Actually, yes, we are. We are actually taking in students. Though you'll have to go through the UA Trex exam. Yeah, it will be a little difficult since I haven't been here for 7 years. Wait, 7 years? Yes. Name? Izuku Midoriya. Or just Izuku. As in the Midoriya Corporation? Not anymore. Or just call me Izuku, please. Sure. I'm okay with that, but why? Wouldn't you like to know your sister and brother? No, I don't. Alright. In Nezu's mind, he's just gonna end up expelled just by fucking a woman. I already know it. But there's so much people here that enjoys more than sex. Let's hope he's not a drug addict. Kid looks serious though. Judging by the scars, he's probably a gangster. Though I don't want to jump to conclusions. Maybe he's a rehabber. Quirk? Tyrannosaurus. What? He transforms. Oh! A literal T-Rex. Okay. And he transforms back. How does your clothes not get ripped as you transform? I don't know. Ask people. I don't know. Ask people. But who actually has that answer? And Nezu looks at him and goes, "Smart ass bitch." All right. Entrance exam. Actually, the entrance exam has changed over the years. Normally, it's a test, but nowadays people just start cheating on it. So we just ask this question. Ask away. What do you think is important to being a hero? Tradition, courage, honor, and knowing when to kill if necessary. Nezu raises an eyebrow. A bold answer. And a wise one at the same time. This fucker's been playing Ghost of Tsushima. Or has he? Did you get that from Ghost of Tsushima? What's a Ghost of Tsushima? Oh dear. Sir, I've been on an island for 7 years. Do not expect me to know everything about your culture. Oh, that makes sense. Wait, what? You heard me. You were on an island for 7 years. Yes. So you're actually telling the truth. Shit. Well, you won't find much tradition and courage, or you'll definitely not find the honor among the heroes. I don't expect honor from thugs. Besides, they want to know honor if they bit them in the back. Damn. Cold much, but okay. Entrance is that way. Just enter and you'll go into the US exam. Just try your best not to eat any other robots. Like I want oil in my teeth. I'll probably just use my weight. That sounds about right. Using his weight against his enemies. T-Rexes are heavy fuckers. This is when Midoriya enters, and especially since Midoriya's not wearing technically any uniform. Or then President Mike goes through the thing. I can't actually remember the thing. It's about 2 pointers and a 0 pointer, and Ida does his thing, and I can't remember that part, so don't expect me to. And instantly says, "And you, what are you doing wearing such clothes? It's a disgrace to a nobility name. How about I don't bite your fucking face off? You really want to take this outside, boy? Boy, I'll kill you in 3 seconds. I have a speed quirk. What's yours? Tyrannosaurus. I could turn into an actual T-Rex and bite your face off. You really want to see what my fangs can do? Ooh, Midoriya growl does a bellow syllable of a Tyrannosaurus, and he immediately shuts the fuck up after that intimidating moment. That's what I thought. If you got nothing to say, nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Oh, punk. You can continue, Mike. Or are you gonna waste my time like this life spawn has done? Mike thinking, asshole? Oh, much? But he's not wrong. Alright. This one Midoriya just sees Ochako looking nervous. But then he smells her and smells a lot of hormones, meaning he's trying to seduce someone. Meaning she's trying to seduce someone. What a slut, Midoriya thinks. This is when Midoriya just walks away. Hey, not even helping her. But this is when Midoriya just gets sick and tired of waiting for Mike to say go, and he just goes in. This is when Midoriya goes in. Bakugo yells, "Hey, that's cheating! There's no real fight, no time when I'm under a villain attack. Go, you dumbasses! Go!" Midoriya transforms into his form and uses his entire weight just to smash into things. Aizawa's saying, why is he not using his teeth? This one Endeavor actually answers that question. Can you imagine how big of a bitch it would be just to get that shit out? What of his teeth? Besides, his head is strong enough. Those robots ain't gonna do any damage to that giant T-Rex head of his. It'd be like trying to hit a baseball bat made of wood to a tank. It's not gonna do any damage. It will dent it, but it won't do damage. You learn something new. Huh. What can you tell me about this person? His name is Izuku. Does he have a last name? No. Nezu? Honest. No last name. And Midoriya, Nezu thinking, I can't tell this asshole that he's like Midoriya. He'll try everything to spoil the little shit. Besides, I don't want to end up... besides, he's been on an island for 7 years. I don't want to tell them yet. I'll tell them when Midoriya wants me to. Nezu thinks. After Midoriya defeated the last one, he sees the 0-pointer being popped out. Wait, I didn't push the button! Endeavor. Wasn't me. He looks at All Might. Oops. You little shit. You fucking piece of shit. It with that hairdo of a bunny. Hey. Well, it is. Get a haircut. Seriously, what is with you heroes and stupid haircuts? I'll never know. Alright. We got the thing. Just go in. In. Got it. They get it. They go in. And when the button is not working, the button's not... This is why I didn't want to press the button. The 0-pointer isn't really functional. Midoriya sees Ochako about to be squished, so he just grabs her, flings her to a Recovery Girl. Oh, and this is when a Recovery Girl says, I'm too young to die. Tweak. Ow. You cunt. Ow. Ochako, get your tits off of my face. Sorry. Breathe. I can breathe. I can breathe, yes! I am not squished by fake tits! I will squish you with them again. Please, don't. Out. Midoriya managed to get more people out of there, and the zero-pointer coincidentally shuts off. Ow. What just happened? And, this one Aizawa says, I think it ran out of gas. Ran out of gas. How the fuck does it run out of... I'm lost for words. Ran out of gas, you said. How does it run out of gas? You're asking me? I wouldn't know. You're useless to me. You know that? Well, so is your entire ego. Oi! I do not have an ego. Uh-huh. Shut up. I'm gonna just deal with the problem. Yeah. Midoriya goes, this is when, after all that... And actually, I'll be right back. Pause break. I'm back. Let's get this to it. After that, this is when All Might says, maybe I should talk to this human. And to this person. All Might, no. What? Why? I know what you're thinking. No. You will not take the T-Rex as an apprentice. Yes. Aizawa said, I would. Of course you would. He's realistic like you. Endeavor... He's expecting Endeavor to say it, but this one he says, nah. Normally you would want the strong. To strong, yes. But I could tell one thing. He doesn't need a mentor. Experience was his mentor. So Nezu, you just found him wandering the streets? No, he just coincidentally just walked in here. I didn't even know the child at all. In Nezu's mind, nosy little fucker. Just accept the kid already. Hey, you little shit. It's just rather curious that a human that we have never heard of is coincidentally joining our rank, joining the hero society. Hey, how is it coincidence, you nosy fucker? It just is considerate. It's just curious, is all. I never heard of this human whatso in my life. Maybe I didn't want you to know. What makes you not think that? I suppose that does make sense. Phew. Hold on.
You leave me no choice.
Sorry about that, I had to test something. Now, this one Midoriya, it waits a little while. Huh. This is when Midoriya sees that he's given the thing. Here you go. How nosy were they? Oh my god, you really have yourself... Elf in a situation, the heroes are going to be asking, you know that. Let them ask. It's not like they're gonna do anything threatening. You truly do not fear the curiosity of the heroes. Everyone's gonna ask about your origin. Why is that? Simple. No one has ever seen a human with your quirk in a long time. Dinosaur quirks were thought to be long extinct. A lot of people thought of that, actually. A lot. Even you. To be brutally honest, yes. I actually thought that all of them were dead. I'm sorry to say that, but everyone thought of that. So yeah, I suppose that would make sense. Let us move. Alright, I will be the first one to introduce you to your class. Which class would I even be in? Due to your impressive work, you will be in Class 1A, where Katsuki, Izumi, and Izuku are in. A bellow coming from Midoriya's mouth. Now. Ow, I would have put you in 1B, but they were full. Monama's already took that place. Monama. Shit. Wait, he's blind. He remembers. Wait, but Monama's blind. What is he doing in a hero society? Oh, his quirk allows him to heal people. He's, the recovery girl's apprentice. That actually makes sense. Anything else? Not that I know of. Anyway, everyone sees that the class is a complete mess and everyone's trying to start a fight with someone. You know what's really fucked up? This is the high-rank class, and they all act like irresponsible children. They're all politics. What do you expect from annoying, useless brats that don't even know how to not cook ramen? Ow! Goddamn! But Monoma, Nezu actually doesn't think of his head. He bluntly says, "God damn, you're realistic." Well, when you're on an island for 7 years, you kinda get that realism quickly. That's true. So, how many times have you burnt your food? I never had to cook, period, due to the fact I could eat raw meat. Oh, that's excellent. True. Would you like people to not cook your meals, or... I'm okay cooking them. As long as they ain't ribs. I enjoy them raw more than I enjoy them good. Anyway. Got it. Ribs? No cook. Got it. I'll make sure to tell the lunch lady. The lunch lady... 80? He gets this easily. This is when Nezu walks in, and everyone now acts responsible because they're thinking because of Nezu praising them. But this is when Nezu says, "Alright, you little shits. Today we have a new student who is actually superior than you in every way." Izuku thinking, Nezu, what the fuck do you... Uck. What the fuck, Nezu? Oh. His name is Izuku. Oh, don't say my last name, you little shit. Izuku Wingding. Ow! Did you just make my last name into an Undertale? Ill thing. I'm old. I may be forgotten about some things, but I remember an Undertale thing when I see it. I guess you could say he's... Oh god, he plays Sans. He is ripping you all apart. Everyone groans and owns after that horrible, horrible pun. Alright, Izuku. Oh, you can come in. Izuku and Izumu thinking, why does that name sound familiar? Midoriya thinking in his head, good thing I dyed my hair. Wait. But when he walks in, Midoriya is immediately called out. Brother? Fuck. He looks at Nezu. Ooh. And Nezu said, I wanted to piss him off so bad, I am not sorry. Excuse me, can I take your principal for a moment, you all? And then Nezu grabs him by the ear. Ow, ow, not the ear, not the ear! What the hell? Oh, look, at least I didn't. Look, I thought they would buy it. Izuku Wingding. That doesn't throw people off. Well, to be fair, your face is so scarred up, I didn't think no one would notice you. The only scar on my face is the one I got from having an eye damn near poking me in the brain. And scars from other creatures. I mean, yeah, but... Okay, yeah, that was kind of stupid of me. You think? Just lead the way. Just lead me to the location. Got it. Midoriya gets going with... Midoriya goes in, and this is when he bluntly says, Alright, I'm only gonna say this once. Don't bother me unless there's a mission. Don't talk to me unless it's something important. And do not come near me unless it's important. I don't care who or what you are. Or I will kill you if you bother me over stupid stuff. I am not here to be your friend. I am here to be a hero, not your ally to politics. So don't even bother asking. Hey. And stay the fuck away from me. And we won't have a problem. Midoriya sits down, and this is when he is literally This is when Midoriya sits down at his desk, where everyone is still watching at him, until he makes that bellow of a crocodile, and then everyone looks away from him. So, Teach, are you gonna come up from your seat, or do I have to bite you in the ass for you to come out? No touching my tushy! As he says. Then start teaching, you useless piece of shit. Ow, I thought you were the nice one. I am being nice. If you want me to be rude, I could be. No, nice you is already bad enough. With that sassy mouth of yours. Sassy, yes. So, since everyone already knows where I am, let's just get... This is when, after that... A class pretty much focuses on blood manipulation quirks, decaying quirks, and all for one quirks. But unfortunately, the only one that's paying attention, not surprisingly, is only Izuku, since he's the only one that's actually paying attention. Anyway, this is when Midoriya sits down, moves forward, and pretty much gets ready for your typical day. And sees Izuku and Izumi walking towards him as he's on the hit. That he is now dealing with them. I thought I told you. Listen, brother, we need to talk. I don't want to talk to you. Fuck off, you little shits. Where are Mom and Dad? What the hell? All we want to ask is that. That's your so-called answer? I thought you fucking knew. They're dead. What? You're lying. If I'm fucking lying to you, why would I only be the one here? Shouldn't Inko be here with me? Well, they're dead. Get the fuck over it. And get away from me. I don't want to be anywhere near you two. Why do you hate us? You think I don't notice? You tried to poison me. There, eyes widened and mumbled, "Damn it." See, even I heard that. That is politics. We can start over. Why would I start over with someone who wanted to kill me? Only a fool will trust someone who tries to kill you twice. At first, I looked away because we were family. But now, you're fucked. I want no part of you, nor your brother. That Izuku you knew died 7 years ago, and there's nothing you can do about it. So stay out of my way. This is when Midoriya gets going, and this is when he sits down, knowing the return. When Izuku gets done with that argument, this is when he hears a familiar voice, one that he is enjoying to hear. You really have changed. It is good to hear your voice too, Monoma. You know, back then I actually hated you, and I don't blame you. But after hearing that, what happened to you on that island? Just your typical island story. Cougars. Cougars. Are there even cougars on islands? I meant to say jaguars. Jaguars, venomous snakes. The typical. Huh. Well, enjoy UA. This place is a dump. No. It's people, it's a dump. The only one I see that's actually a good hero is pretty much Nezu. Yeah, that's the truth. Anyway, a couple of days has passed after that incident. This is when Midoriya sits down, ready to pretty much... Let's continue. Anyway, this is when Midoriya sits down and continues. Midoriya starts sleeping, because he knows everything about it. This is when Midoriya sits up, and he's when he hears, "Alright, tomorrow is the USJ." Denki says, obviously something stupid, and Midoriya's like, "The fuck is that?" "No, not that." And he explains it. Huh. Anyway, this is when Midoriya just continues on, minding his own business. This is when Midoriya gets back home, which is the fishing place. Hey guys. Oh hey, how was it? Shit. I bet. Wow. Anything good happening to you? Nope. I was too busy making sure my ass didn't get killed. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Alright. Might as well get going. Agreed. Midoriya gets going. Anyway, this should be it. He sleeps. Morning rises, and when he goes there, man, I really don't want to go. But I have to, just to get some fucking stuff in. He gets there, and this is when he's surrounded by the USJ, doing boring stuff, and this is when you hear, "Hey, I didn't know we were doing fake villains." Well, Midoriya immediately catches on with Aizawa's eyes. "Those are not fake villains, Kirishima." But Kirishima's surprised that Midoriya knows his name, since they haven't really been talking. Okay. And you're wondering about the whole expeltation thing. That can no longer work because they would fire him if he tried to do that. So unfortunately, not happening in this one. This one will be myself some lunch. I'm getting hungry. Right. This is when Midoriya pretty much looks at the villains, and this is when he sees them popping in. "Hello, heroes." Huh. Okay. Not the worst fashion I've seen. Midoriya's thinking in his head. And looking at the other heroes' costumes that are way worse than Shigaraki's little hand costume. Ugh. "We are your demands. We are the League of Villains." League of L-O-V-E? Really? No, no E. Just L-O-V. That's it. You might as well just call yourself Love of a Vagina at this rate. Right. Another fucking person that uses that joke. Okay. Alright. Right. Let's get to it. We're here for All Might. Where is he? Who? Ow. All Might. The #1 hero. Doesn't ring a bell. Big guy, broad shoulder. There's fucking big smile? Nope. He's the one with the bunny hair. Oh, the dipshit. No, sorry, he's not here. Everyone's enraged at her age, except Aizawa. But no, and the villains, of course. We're seeing Midoriya that he didn't remember who All Might was. Who visited them yesterday, actually. Like, I was just too lazy to mention him. Now, why do you want All Might? To kill him. Now, of course. Okay. Wait, you're not gonna beg? You're not gonna plead for All Might? Us for not to kill All Might? I don't really know the guy, so why would I plead? Ow, damn. Now, this fucker has no shield. Then why are you a hero then? Money, duh.
And also, if I was a true hero, wouldn't it make more sense to be a vigilante, since technically heroes don't really get paid? We're technically more mercenaries, because heroes get paid. They don't do it for true justice. I mean, name one hero that is not corrupted by politics. You want me to name one for you? Yes, please. Him. He points at Aizawa. What? Huh? Huh? Why is he not corrupted? Simple, he's too fucking lazy. He cares about people, but he's just too grumpy to care. We literally have two sluts, two political guys that just want to get pussy 24/7, a perverted blonde. Oi! The only one that's actually nice is Moneta. And he's reading a book as we speak. Wait, who? The little guy? Yo. Oh, aren't you the young? Shigaraki sees Moneta smoking a pot. Hey, what you smoking? Weed? Don't worry, I got a permit. Lucky fucker. Hey, Izuku, you want a blunt? Hunt? Nah. I'll get the hell of the munchies. Jeez. Suit yourself. Okay. This is just awkward. We were expecting a fucking brawl, not a talk. Can we just fight? This is just getting uncomfortable. I mean, sure. What are you gonna fight us with? Some villains? Do they look like they're here to fight? I mean, obviously you're just here for All Might. What would we do? What should we do if we give you All Might? Wait, you are willingly to give us All Might? I am. They won't. Okay, I gotta ask. Do you have a beef with All Might, or? No. Some heroes have to make the ultimate sacrifice to bring peace. Well, fucking hell. Hell, that's just... wow. You don't show any mercy. It's simple. You have to show true heroism by sacrificing someone sometimes. Just... wow. I know that's hard to... this is hard to admit. I am actually confused. I thought people like you would actually care about this. But why? Why don't you? Simple. I don't want to. Caring about someone that treats you like trash and would just see you as an asset is no true hero. Okay, this just... wow. Oh, this is just a lot to take in. I am so used to people begging for All Might to be spared. But you... you are just unique. If you weren't a villain, I would ask you to join the villain side. If you weren't a hero, I would ask you to join the villain side. Luckily,
I believe it, man.
God.
Hey guys, it's chaos.
Sorry. Jesus Christ. Alright. guess anything's possible. Alright. Anyway, sorry about the stopping of the talking thing. I was reading something. They didn't caught my attention. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, Midoriya continues working in. And this is when... And Shigaraki just has this awkward silence and says, "Yeah, can we just fight?" Sure. The villains and heroes fight. Midoriya just stands there, not doing anything. Why aren't you attacking? I'm kind of OP in a little bit right now, so... Oh. Okay. In that case, bring out the Nomu! Are you sure it's a little early? We're dealing with some... You heard him, he's OP! Bring out the Nomu! Okay, Shigaraki says. Dumb motherfucker. What was that? Nothing, my lord. What asshole? Hello, Shigaraki thanks. But the Nomu pops out, and Midoriya just raises an eyebrow at it. Then it bluntly says... This should be easy. Easy? How the hell is this gonna be easy? Midoriya transforms into his Tyrannosaurus Rex form, and Shigaraki's like, Shigaraki? Yes? Did the spies ever mention a fucking T-Rex person in UA? No? Then what is that? That's a dinosaur. Why is it here? It's a human dinosaur, sir. Why wasn't I informed? The spies were dead. Oh. Midoriya fights the Nomu while the others are fighting the villains, and the fight goes pretty well for the villains, until Midoriya bites the Nomu's head off and it pops like a balloon. Get us out of here. Shigaraki? Kurogiri? But Kurogiri just goes through the portal. You son of a bitch! Wait for me, you asshole! And then he goes through. Once Midoriya gets done killing the Nomu, Midoriya pretty much just hears, I am late as hell, am I? Midoriya, by just eating the Nomu. No? What the fuck are you doing? Aizawa steps in. It's cool. Oh, that thing is not human, but it's a mutant. Oh. And Midoriya just eats that body completely. Talk, villains. Where is your leader gone? I won't say shit. Midoriya bellows, roars loudly right at him, and the guy just squeals like a little pig. And got a butcher clinic, and he says, I'll talk! Oh, just keep him away from me, please! Huh. I actually did not think that would work. How did you know that was gonna work? Simple. Humans are stupid. Hey! It's the truth. You are completely dumb. Ouch. ouch. You have no shame saying what you want to say. No, and that's obvious. Anyway, see you later, alligator. Wow. I was literally not expecting this. I guess anything's possible. Alright, lead the way. The hero takes them to the villain center, and as for the hero killer, well, he's not doing anything. He saw the T-Rex, and he's not dealing with that. Sting's not stupid. He knows that his impending stare will only just piss him off. Trying to be intimidating to T-Rex is like trying to intimidate a shark. It ain't gonna work. This is when Midoriya says, well, so should I just be a hero at this rate, Nezu? Or, at this rate? Yes, I should. But I will ask, why sacrifice All Might? Simple, he's a fucking spy. Do you have proof? He pulls out a recording. Well, shit, you do. Get that motherfucker! He's getting away! Hey. I can't go to the popo. Oh, I don't want Brewster's booty fucking my ass. No. How do you know that All Might was a villain anyway? Hey, simple. Him showing up late. Him making a deal with All for One. Also, the recording was obvious. Also, one of your spies told me that he was a villain. Oh, so you meant overall. Yes, your spy. Pretty smart thing to let a villain be a real hero. Gotta do what you gotta do. Well, Izuku, not even have to say anything else. Here. Your hero license. You already made it and everything. There's literally no point of you not being a hero. You are literally the best of the best, so yeah, here you go. Have fun. Alright then, I'll make sure I do my job. I know that's a weird way to end a D&D, but end a what if. But, like I said, this was an hour, and I thought I'd just spice it up a little bit. Don't worry, I'll have my real mojo on probably one day. But for now, we're just going to do it with, like, the bluntage of things and do a little bit more comedy, or at least try my best. So, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This has been Uncle Dylan here. Bye.